When Kyrie Irving spoke out a couple of months ago about going to Orlando and him being a little skeptical about it, a lot of people killed him for it. They got on him and said that he has no right to talk about stuff like this. He's not an NBA leader, so why is he putting his mouth in a conversation that he doesn't belong in? And honestly, I just thought it was really pathetic that people were killing him. I mean, Kendrick Perkins essentially called him stupid on live television. And Kyrie Irving had to sit back and take all of that criticism from players, ex-players, and just critics in general, fans obviously included. But now here we are, it's September 4th, and you have players kneeling during the national anthem. You have teams like the Bucks and essentially every other team boycotting games, or at least they tried to for like a couple of days. And Kyrie Irving, to me, looks better by the minute because people killed this guy for saying things that everybody else felt. For starters, Kyrie Irving is the vice president of the Players Association, so I don't understand why it's not his place to speak out and voice the opinions of the other players, because it's literally his job. No one's gonna kill Chris Paul for speaking out. No one's going to kill Austin Rivers. So why are we killing Kyrie Irving, who's more accomplished than Austin Rivers and is in a position of power similar to that of Chris Paul? He's just voicing the opinions of many other players. I didn't see people kill Avery Bradley. Some people killed Dwight Howard, I'll admit that, but it was never to the degree that they killed Kyrie Irving. Let's just face it, Kyrie Irving has a lot of hate, and maybe it's stemmed up in the fact that he left Cleveland, or maybe the fact that he just didn't want to play with LeBron. That's how some people interpreted it. I didn't interpret it that way. Some people may think that Kyrie Irving's a bad leader because of what happened in Boston, all of the toxicity in the locker room, all of that. I can kind of understand that. But then you also look at the fact that some people just don't like Kyrie Irving because they think he's stupid. I mean, the fact that Kendrick Perkins literally went on live television and said, if you put a clock in his head or something, he would fly backwards if he was a bird. I don't even remember the exact quote. It just made no sense. If I sounded stupid there, trust me, if you rewatch that clip, you will literally not understand what he's saying. All he's essentially trying to say is that Kyrie Irving is stupid. And it goes back to my main point. We owe this guy an apology. We're seeing guys like Jonathan Isaac being killed for not kneeling. Meanwhile, a lot of these same critics were hating on Kyrie Irving for speaking out and saying that Orlando's going to take away attention from the Black Lives Matter movement, and that's where their priority should be faced. And I just don't get that, because you can't hate on Jonathan Isaac for not taking a part in the movement, but then hate on Kyrie Irving for saying that they should focus on the movement. You're basically just working against the entire movement when you do that. You're halting the progress. Let's just face the facts. People just don't want to hear the truth when it's coming from a guy like Kyrie Irving, who has said stuff that a lot of people don't like, whether it's him saying that the earth is flat or him saying that he's going to stay in Boston and then leaves to Brooklyn. I mean, there are so many things that Kyrie Irving has done that I cannot personally defend, because at the end of the day, it's his opinion, and the things that he does is not everything that everybody else does. And yeah, everybody else may not like it, but it doesn't give you the right to shit on him anytime that he has something to say. Because from everybody that I've heard that knows Kyrie Irving personally or has had a conversation with Kyrie Irving, they all say the same thing. He's an intelligent guy who has a very high IQ. And let's be honest, if he's intelligent like everybody else says, why is it that y'all act like he's stupid? I just genuinely don't get it. I don't get it. People disrespect him over and over. He is a champion, multiple time All-Star, multiple time All-NBA performer, and will be inducted into the Hall of Fame, and is remembered for one of the greatest shots that the NBA has ever seen in Game 7 of the 2016 NBA Finals, in which he aided LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers to come back from a 3-1 deficit in the NBA Finals against a 73-9 Golden State Warriors team, in which he was matched up and outperformed the reigning league MVP, who was back-to-back and the first ever unanimous MVP in Steph Curry. So it's not like he doesn't have the basketball acumen to be able to speak out about this. He's accomplished. He has respect around the league from a lot of players. And even Jason Tatum, who a lot of people think Kyrie Irving was holding back, stated that when Kyrie left Boston, he reached out to him and told him, bro, this is your time. You need to step up. Now, I'm not saying Kyrie Irving is a perfect man. This is a guy that handled his situation in Cleveland a little bit iffy. You could argue that. And in Boston, when he went there, I definitely think some of the comments he made in the media, saying that he's going to stay and then changing his mind and saying that they should ask him in July or something like that. And also saying that he called LeBron to talk to him about leadership and he apologized, and then to publicize it. Yeah, he definitely does have his faults, not only as a player, but as a leader in the NBA locker room. I understand all of those complaints, but the criticism and the wave of hate, just the sudden wave of hate that Kyrie Irving received just for making comments that not only other players were making and are still making, but for vocalizing something that you would think people would agree with, especially considering that you have not just players, but full teams that were deciding to boycott because of a shooting in Milwaukee. So as far as I'm concerned, it just really shows people's hypocrisy towards Kyrie Irving. And guys, we owe this man an apology. He's accomplished, he's respected, he's intelligent, and we need to give him the proper amount of respect that he is owed, because he deserves that. But that concludes this video, you guys. If you enjoyed it, make sure you drop a like down below. Also comment your opinions. I would love to know what y'all thought about this video. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button. This is your boy David from NBA Knowledge. Y'all have a great day and stay safe. Please wear a mask. I'm out. Peace.